ultimately, you guys, it doesn't matter what's here, and it ultimately doesn't matter what's here. The reason I'm doing this for this particular project is because it does help to be thinking in terms of contrast, and you'll tend to get better ideas. But I could do this. Okay, 10 things I love. Boom, 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 boom. 10 things I hate. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? I can do that. Now, let's just do it this way. So how does this work? We have a machete, and we have a flower. A flowering machete, or a plant that has machete-like, okay?
The stem.
The stem. Yeah, now my point is this, or machete underwear. Now that is odd. In the morning class, we had a spider onesie. You know, that's where the tarantula thing came from. That's weird. You know, or actually a porcupine teddy bear was one we came up with in the morning class. You know, now my point is, you can go with this, and you can say, okay, a machete sponge. Great, that's weird. A candy bar machete. The point is that these are really outside your normal stimuli. You know, now, a lot of them may not be very good, but you see that we've got we have 48 ideas here that are completely random. And as an example, pick a number between 1 and 8.
7.
Pick a number between 1 and 6.
3.
Oh, that's disgusting. A possum candy bar. Place dead in your mouth.
It's good. It's like a juxtaposition of something awful and something really good.
Yeah, well, now you guys, do you see how that made you laugh? Okay, there's no way you come up with that rationally. There just isn't. No one on this planet is that weird except maybe Dave Shaw.
It's like eating blowfish and the lollipop.
Yeah, it's the blowfish lollipop. You don't come up with this stuff rationally. And that's why you might respond to it and say, oh, that's funny. You know, like Ian McCaig was talking about how one of the students was asking something about evaluating ideas. How do you know if your idea is any good? And you know, for a story, because we were talking about storytelling. And Ian's response was great. He says, when people will be brainstorming and someone throws out an idea like the possum candy bar, you know, plays dead in your mouth, you know, and people laugh or wince or go, ugh, they either just, ugh, or they go, you know, or it's, okay, both are emotional reactions. And Ian's point is, anytime you laugh or cringe, there's probably a good idea in there somewhere, because there's something making you react. You know, now, it may not be good in its first form, but it's worth investigating. So, okay, just to try it again, you know, 1 and 8, 5, 1 and 6, 3. Okay, so what was it? 5 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we already did that one actually, the machete candy bar. So, a snowboard candy bar, that's very good. These are strange things. Now, what this really shows, hopefully, is this. These may not have, you know, there may only be a few great ideas per page. You know, a lot of them may be throwaways. But do you see that there's 48 possibilities there, and you could, if I made a list of 10 by 10, you'd have 100? Do you see how it's using a method like this? It is impossible. I'm going on Monday. If anyone comes in and says they ran out of ideas, do you see how ludicrous that is? You know, it's called here's a dictionary, knock yourself out. You know, I mean, it's inexhaustible, truly. You know, and what matters is what you do with it. You know, how you respond to it, what you decide to make of it. So, but you can't run out of ideas using a technique like this. Yeah.
So if you want us to have like a certain number that we bring in, can we have like the same two things combined with 5 and 8?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, what I would prefer you do, now this is not a requirement, I'm leaving it up to you. What I want to see is a minimum of 4 good sketches. A minimum of 4 sketches that you'd be happy going with any one of the 4. I don't need to see your thumbnails. I'll know how many you did though, kind of. So be careful, because the only time I ever ask to see thumbnails usually is when I can tell someone hasn't done enough, and someone will have 4 sketches and they're not any good. And I'll say, let me see your thumbnails, and they'll have 10 thumbnails. And I'll say, see, that's how I knew, because the ideas aren't very interesting yet. But I'm leaving that up to you guys. You know, and what I prefer you guys do is do this. You have, let's say you have 4 ideas, but there's one of them you're playing around with. You're playing around with doing it in different ways. Do it 10 different ways, and then give me the best one. You see what I mean? You know, and so it's almost like, it's not that you have to have different ideas, but I want to see the best idea you have. And if you've got multiple ways of doing it, I want you to try it multiple ways and pick one that you think is the best. Okay, yeah?
So with thumbnailing, is it just like an object within the frame? We don't have to worry about negative space or?
Great question. Actually, I do want you to worry about negative space. Let me show you an example, and that's an excellent question. Here's what I would do. Okay, let's say we did the possum candy bar. You know, I'm gonna thumbnail for the possum candy bar exactly for about a minute or 2. Exactly the way I would have you guys do it. Exactly the way I would do it if you were not watching me. Okay, so it'll be kind of loose, and you may not have any clue what the hell I'm drawing. But I'll try and talk out loud while I'm doing it so you can explain. So this is how I would do it. I think kind of they always have a cut shot. Oh, that's kind of disgusting. Showing the innards of the thing. Ew. You know? And I'd have the name of the candy bar there like it was a little ad. You know, Snickers. You know, maybe I'd do it very straight up like it's a specimen. But maybe it has a wrapper half torn off. And here's the little head. Tire tread. I don't know. Maybe start this one with the possum part of it. Yeah. Now some of them, like, that one didn't go anywhere because I wasn't seeing anything. I wasn't seeing anything I wanted to pursue, so I just go on to the next one. These are thumbnails. But do you notice how quickly I'm generating these? You do this for 2 hours, you're going to have 200 thumbnails, easy. I'm doing these, I haven't been timing them, but in the past when I've had students time me to see how long I was taking on a thumbnail, it was usually 20 to 30 seconds. You know, maybe I start one with, you know, with the type. A possum. You know. Oh, God. Oh, God, I just got the gross idea.
Oh, God. Oh. Here.
They always have the candy spilling out of the bag. Okay, that's disgusting. That's why it's in a thumbnail. Am I going to go with that? No, but it makes me laugh. You know, because I think of all the candy bar ads I've seen, you know. Maybe it's just little ears. Okay, sometimes I'll draw my dumbest idea as dumbly as I can do it. So here's a candy bar with little possum ears on it. Okay.
Did I tell you one of my dumb ideas when I came across my thumbnails? A pelican colander.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny. I like that one.
It was, but the
It
thing is,
didn't draw out well.
no, here's the thing, I'm an awful human being, because that thing would not be able to eat ever.
Yeah. That's kind of cool though. Now I might, like, okay, as I start exhausting some initial ideas, I might do something and start thinking like, okay, what are the different types of candy? That I could think it's like, okay, there's things like they have the Skittles or the little round M&Ms. So maybe I just start sketching like this and seeing what comes of them. I don't know that that looks like anything, so okay, I'll go on from there. So then I think of, they've got the long flat candy. Oh, okay, that's worth investigating. They have the little flat candy bars, and I'm thinking, a candy bar called Rodeo. And it has a little tail. They sell it in the southern states. Sorry. Has little flat feet coming out. Okay, you guys, does that make the point kind of for you, Yapa? How I go about doing? Okay, you guys, what I really do, honestly, this is my favorite part of any project because I'm entertaining myself. I'm just saying, I could do this, and it's totally stupid and self-involved, but it's really where I have the most fun because I'm just throwing out anything that occurs in here goes onto the page. But half the time, I don't know what's going on in here until I start moving the pencil or pen. Make sense? Okay, yeah.
For presentation, you said it should not be presented like a flat image, it should be dimensional. So could you present it in such a way that it's like magazine ad?
I would be hesitant to do that. I'd rather you get, and actually let me answer one more question that this kind of ties in with something you asked that I didn't quite address. Let's say I got these going. Okay, and these were working well and I was happy and I thought, oh, I'm impressing myself with my own brilliance and I'm convinced that these are going to be wonderful. Okay, then I might, when I go to do my sketches, let's say I decided okay, this isn't really worthy, at this point. It's not one that I would thumbnail a bunch more. But let's say I decided, oh, this is the one I want to do.